Hey, good morning. It is May 12th, 2021. And this is Mr. Bing, an introduction to engineering design. And I want to work on the puzzle cube, 3D Tetris puzzle cube. And I want to do the third part, actually the third assignment, PC3. And I want to do the third puzzle piece because I've already done two of them. And so let me see, what do I do here? I go to start here. And I'm not going to worry about the announcements right now, but I'm going to, I'm going to go to the engineering notebook simulator. I don't really know what else to do. So let's see if this is going to work. Okay, there's my first assignment from like 5 months ago. So that was good. I mean, it was okay. And then I'm going to go forward to PC3. And here's my work so far in PC3. You can see that I have a notebook entry with an introduction and resources and equipment and constraints. This did not come out or did not come directly out of the Project Lead the Way course website. But I did piece it together from old assignments and things I found online. But anyway, I wrote up this introduction and resources, equipment, and constraints pretty much on my own, with some of the ideas that I found out there. And then I wrote a procedure for it. And then this little green note says, see screenshots at the end of the document scan. And that's what this is simulating. Remember, this is a notebook simulator. These are not actual pieces of paper. It simulates them. And this is not actual ink. It simulates it. This blue text is simulating blue ink on a page. And so these are screenshots that are simulating the screenshots that you would put in at the end of your CAM scan document. You would scan the paper pages, and then later you would add your screenshots to that scanned and turn it into a PDF and then turn it in that way. So these two things are already simulating that. So you can see that I did two of them, and now I want to do a third one. And if you're wondering where these pieces came from, well, they came from PC2. This is PC3. So I can go back to PC2. And you can see, well, again, 2 pages of notebook entry, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, could be 6, but there's 5 photographs because this was not designed on the computer. This was actually physically built out of wooden blocks and glue and paint. And so whenever we do that, we take photographs of that. These are isometric views, isometric photographs. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And so now that I've done this in PC2, I have to put them in a 3D model on PC3. I've done this purple one and this blue one. Here, let me prove it. I did that. The color didn't quite work on the first one. I could not figure out exactly why. But you see that I've already designed, that's the purple one, and that's the blue one. And so now I need to design another one. PC2. Okay, so I'm looking at PC2 in order to do PC3. I'm looking at my own work. The purple and the blue I did. Now it's yellow time. It's yellow time. So how do I do that? I'm going to OnShape login. OnShape is free, and oh, there it is. OnShape. And I guess I want to, what do I want to sign in? Sign in using, why is nothing happening? I'm going to sign in using my Bethlehem Area School District credentials. If you want to email me, there it is. And then I'm going to use my password, which hopefully you can't see this right now. Let me see. I have a system. And my system worked. Okay, good. And then you can see all of the 3D designs that I've done over all the time that I've been working with OnShape. And you can see here, this one is the purple piece that I made eventually, right? All right, take your time, swirling. Oh, take your time, please. Okay, there. So that's the purple piece that I made. I could not figure out how to make it purple. Let me see, show, hide shaded views. No, I want to show, I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't come out right. The other one did. Let me show you the other one. This one. This is the blue piece, which came out blue. So I figured out how to do that one. Swirling. Okay. There's yeah, see, it came out blue. Notice that it's a multi-view, top, front, and side. It's an isometric that's shaded. In this case, it's shaded in the color that I made the part. And then there's also dimensioning, showing the dimensioning in each view or wherever it's appropriate. There are certain rules for the way that you dimension, and I broke like 50 of them, but I felt like it was necessary. These rules, you can break them. You can break these rules, but you try not to. Okay, so back to OnShape. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make the yellow thing. And so the yellow thing, I'm going to create a document, and I'm going to call it IED because that's the name of the course. PC3 because that's the name of the assignment. I'm going to say yellow piece, the puzzle piece, and then WBM is my initials. I try to be descriptive in the title, in the document name or the file name. in a way that makes sense to me, makes sense to anyone who's looking at it. Now, I did have some 3D modeling issues yesterday, and I'm trying not to have those issues again. I'm looking at this yellow piece, and I can see it's got a little nub sticking out of it. I'm going to worry about that later, but I also see that it's got a 2 up and a 2 over, making a little 2 by 2 square, right? 2 this way and 2 this way. There's a little 2. If you ignore the nub, it's a 2 by 2, 2 blocks by 2 blocks. And then here's another nub, so to speak. So I got the 2 and the 2, and then actually it's a 3. So it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Ignore that nub. All right. So in the front, I'm considering that. I don't know if you can see this. That the front view. That almost seemed like a very impolite gesture. But there is the. I'm going to make that the front view. Let's see if this makes any sense. So I'm going to start a sketch in the front. Let me move my face out of the way. I'm going to look at the front. There's the XY axes and the origin. I like to work at the origin. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to go like that. And then I forgot. How big does that need to be? Well, what I know is that each one of these little cubes is 3/4 of an inch, which is 0.75. So 2 of them would be 1.5. So I'm going to start out with a 1.5 by 1.5 little square. That square represents this face. Ignore the nub. This face is the 1.5 by 1.5, that square. And then there's an additional little piece there. I guess should I worry about that now? I'm going to worry about that now. How do you like that? So am I still in the square tool? I'm going to stick that little nub out there. And it's 0.75 because that's 3/4 of an inch, and 0.75 because that's 3/4 of an inch. And then I guess, do I want to delete that? I guess I could. It doesn't really matter. What if I cut that and cut that? Why is nothing happening? I don't know if anything's happening. I don't even know if that was really relevant, but it happened, and I'm not going to undo it now. So there's that little that shape. There's the square with the little thing sticking out of it. There's the square with the little thing sticking out of it. We'll worry about that nub in a minute. It's extruded in a different dimension. Remember, these are the three-dimensional Tetris. So I need to extrude this piece, and for some reason, it always defaults forward. I cannot explain why. I like to extrude back into the three-dimensional space. And so again, these are 3/4 of an inch cubes. So this is going to be 3/4, 0.75 is 3/4. There. See, there it is. That's so far we're getting somewhere. And then remember that nub that I told you ignore? Well, now it's time to unignore it, which means I guess to pay attention to it. And so I'm going to make a new sketch on this surface, and you're probably going to say, but you already made that sketch. But I want this sketch to be different for the nub. I'm sure there's a reason for that. And so here I'm going to make a square here. How big is that supposed to be? 0.75, enter 0.75. Remember, these little blocks are 3/4 of an inch, 0.75. And then I'm going to, got to green check mark that. Then I'm going to extrude this one. And now the default's okay, because I do want it to extrude in that direction, and it's 0.75. And look, isn't that beautiful? That almost looks like the thing there, right? Here's the yellow, and there it is. And so now I'm going to, I need to make it yellow. So what happens if I do this? I just selected the whole thing, right? And then there's this little appearance thing. All right, nothing's happening. Okay, and it says part 1. I'm gonna double click on that, and I want it to be yellow. There's a lot of yellow choices. I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm very happy with that. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. This is working out so well. I shouldn't have said that because I probably just jinxed myself. But yeah, yellow piece. There it is, yellow piece. Can I do that? Whoa, that was a little weird. All right, whatever. Okay, so I made the piece, but remember, this has to be multi-view and dimension. So I need to go here, create a drawing. They call it a drawing. And I don't remember if I want an A or a B. I did this yesterday and I picked the wrong one. So let's just go with an A. And so swirling. Okay, here is a drawing sheet, and there is the part that I want, and I'm going to stick it right there. This looks good. The reason this looks good, the A sheet, is because the part that I just placed is not too big for the page. When I did this with the B, it was. The A and the B are just different size sheets. Okay, anyway, I just put the front view and the side view, and now I need to select it again to do the top view. There. And I need to select again to do the isometric view. All right, that is very nice. I'm going to push escape twice for some reason. I'm going to right click here, show shaded view. Please tell me it's going to be yellow. Please tell me, close enough. It's a little bit orange, but I guess that's what I picked. So I got what I wanted, right? Okay, so that is shade. I don't know why the shaded worked this time and it did not in the first piece, that purple piece, but who cares? All right, I got a top and a front and a side. When it comes to dimensioning, you like to get most of your dimensions in the front view, especially like the overall width and height. So I'm going to try to do that. Let me see here. I'm going to do an overall, right? An overall like that. Now I need an overall height, but I don't like, there's kind of a rule about crossing dimensions, dimension line. You don't like to cross them. So I'm going to undo that. I'm first escape first, and then I'm going to undo it. Okay, so I don't want to cross those dimensions. So what I'm going to do instead, even though I like to have, or we should have everything in the front view, I'm going to do this. I don't think I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to break a rule. You got to break a rule somehow, because you can't, like I said, you can do anything you want, but you really should not cross those dimension lines. So another rule is that you keep your dimensions between the views. But I'm going to break that rule right now. So I'm going to put my dimensions here outside the view, because I feel like that kind of works. And then I'm going to put let me move that. I'll move it out a little further. Who is this? Nicki Minaj? Who is this? Nicki Minaj, yeah, starships. Okay, then I want another dimension to show this little feature. The overall dimensions are important, but the little feature dimensions are good too. And then so the 0.75 is here and the 1.5 is the full. Then you can do math to figure out what that one is. You would not put that dimension. That's another rule. You would not put a dimension that's considered a redundant dimension. I've got the overall width, the overall height, and then I've got the dimension of that feature. I don't know if it's obvious that this and that this and this line up correctly. I don't know if that's obvious. So what should I do about it? I should probably do a dimension here, because it's not completely obvious that this feature is the same as that one. And now you see it is, because it's 0.75. Okay, I got the overall height and the dimension of that feature. Now I need, I got this, right? Do I have all that? I don't. What am I going to do? Darn it. This is so dumb. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to undo that. See? Now I'm going to put that dimension in a different view. I think maybe. Now I'm getting mad. I'll come back to that. I've got the overall dimension here, and then I'm going to add this little thing here, that little nubby thing, right? And then I'm so mad. What do I do this? Oh gosh, this is terrible. All right, I'm breaking. I have to. So don't get mad at me for breaking rules, Mr. Hoffman. Don't get mad at me for breaking rules. I have to. Okay, I got it. Maybe I don't have it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm breaking rules in order to make this look, I think, the way that I want it to look. I'm breaking rules, right? I'm doing that. And then I'm doing this. Okay, this is terrible work. But I hope this describes, these are supposed to be in between the views, but I can't really make it look the way that I want it to. Let me squeeze that a little bit. Okay, do I want to do that? Okay, good enough. Okay, I guess, whatever. Now, I've got the overall width and the overall height of this object. Now I need the overall depth, which you can't see that in the front view. We've got to go to the top or the side. I think I'm going to go to the top. Right here. I'm going to go to the top right here. That's interesting. Nice little snap action. And then I think I'm going to, go from here to demonstrate that little thing. Why is nothing happening? Okay, let me slide that up a little bit. Okay, I guess that's it. Then I broke all kinds of dimensioning rules to make it look good, at least in my mind. I don't need any dimensions here because it's already shown the 0.75 and the 1.5, 0.75 and the 1.5. I don't need any dimensions here because I've already got the 1.5 and the 0.75. I think it's good. Okay, let's just hope that it is and move on. Snipping tool. I'm going to make a complete screenshot of what I call a proper screenshot. Look, there's a picture of me. And then what you would do at this time is save the file and then email it to yourself so that you can put it in your cam scan. This is my simulation, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm just taking my screenshot and I'm just saving it or copying it. And so I'm going to copy it right here to simulate when you actually stick it into your cam scan document. And so this is, see, isn't this beautiful? Okay, that's not good. I need some more things out here. I don't know. I'm going to make some more columns. Probably should have done this earlier, but let me see. Insert 68 columns. Right. All right. Now that gives me a little bit of room to work with. Okay, there we go. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 of my 3D model pieces. I'm going to stop now and say goodbye. Okay. Ooh, let me check real quick. There it is. There it is. Here's the simulation. Look at it. Love it. All that stuff. I'm going to say goodbye now. So bye-bye.